scientists have discovered a new genetic variant of Alzheimer's disease that raises the hopes that people could be diagnosed early. U.S. researchers have found that nearly all individuals with 2 copies of the APP4 gene variant, referred to as APP4 homozygotes, are likely to exhibit signs of the neurodegenerative disorder. The APP4 gene has long been linked to an increased likelihood of developing Alzheimer's. However, experts now assert that 95% of people over the age of 65 who possess 2 copies of APP4 present early indicators of the disease, classifying it as a unique genetic form of Alzheimer's. These individuals also tend to experience the onset of the condition sooner than those with different APP gene variants. Published in Nature Medicine, the study's conclusions draw on clinical data from upwards of 10,000 participants and pathological information from over 3,000 brain donors. Dr. Juan Fortea, at the helm of neurological diseases research at the Sant Pau Research Institute in Barcelona, Spain, commented, "These data represent a reconceptualization of the disease or what it means to be homozygous for the APP4 gene." He added, "This gene has been known for over 30 years and it was known to be associated with a higher risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. But now we know that virtually all individuals with this duplicated gene develop Alzheimer's biology." He highlighted the significance of the discovery, noting that APP4 homozygotes make up about 2% to 3% of the general population. The team emphasizes the need for targeted research strategies, treatment plans, and clinical trials specifically for this group. Dr. Raisa Sperling, a neurology professor at Harvard Medical School and director of the Center for Alzheimer Research and Treatment at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts, underscored the urgency. "This research really suggests that we should be treating them quite early, at a younger age and at an early stage of pathology because we know they are very likely to progress to impairment quickly." She stressed the importance of developing treatments for APP4 carriers, saying, "So we have to think about how we can treat APP4 carriers. These individuals are desperate. They have seen it, the disease, in both of their parents." Mutations in 3 specific genes, APP, PSIN1, and PSIN2, are known to cause a rare, hereditary form of Alzheimer's called EDAD, early onset autosomal dominant Alzheimer's disease, which is familial. APP, another gene linked to Alzheimer's, has 3 variants, APP2, APP3, and APP4, with each person inheriting 2 copies of APP, 1 from each parent. Join the Daily Record WhatsApp community. Get the latest news sent straight to your messages by joining our WhatsApp community today. You'll receive daily updates on breaking news as well as the top headlines across Scotland. No one will be able to see who is signed up and no one can send messages except the Daily Record team. All you have to do is click here if you're on mobile, select Join Community and you're in. If you're on a desktop, simply scan the QR code above with your phone and click Join Community. We also treat our community members to special offers, promotions, and adverts from us and our partners. If you don't like our community, you can check out anytime you like. To leave our community, click on the name at the top of your screen and choose Exit Group. If you're curious, you can read our privacy notice. Previous research has indicated that about 25% of people in the UK carry at least one APP4 gene variant, which almost triples the risk of getting Alzheimer's disease. Having 2 copies increases this risk up to 12-fold. The current study found that most individuals with 2 APP4 variants showed traces of the disease by age 55, compared to those carrying other gene versions like the APP3 variant. By the time they reach the age of 65, Nearly all, 95%, of these individuals had abnormal levels of a protein known as amyloid in the fluid surrounding the brain and spinal cord, a traditional marker for Alzheimer's. Through scans, it was observed that 75% of those over 65 carrying 2 copies of the APP4 variant had abnormal accumulation of amyloid protein in their brains, occurring 7 to 10 years earlier than symptoms becoming noticeable in carriers of other APP variants. Upon assessing the study, Professor Jonathan Schott, Chief Medical Officer at Alzheimer's Research UK, said, "In this large well-conducted study, researchers showed that people who inherited 2 copies of APP4 almost all developed Alzheimer's changes in the brain by their mid-60s. Professor Schott added, these individuals were more likely to develop dementia and tended to do so at a younger age than those with different APP combinations. On the topic of genetic testing, he noted, "At the present time we do not advise that people have genetic testing for APP except when taking part in research, but this may change in the future." Dr. Richard Oakley, Associate Director of Research and Innovation at Alzheimer's Society, has highlighted the significance of a new study, stating, "This study has shown us that this particular gene might play an important role in Alzheimer's disease development, suggesting its presence is not only a risk factor, but could also indicate a new form of Alzheimer's disease." He further elaborated on the potential implications. The insights from the study suggest that in the future it could be important to take into account a person's genetics when planning how to reduce their risk of developing Alzheimer's disease, or when considering their treatment if they already have the disease. Don't miss the latest news from around Scotland and beyond. Sign up to our daily newsletter.